I want to let you know, I hope you're having a really good day. If you're having a hard day, I hope that our time here together helps you feel a little bit better, or just really helps you to tune in more to your own self and trust your guidance, your instincts, because I know that when I'm really thrown off, that can help me a lot. And if you're having a great day, then I hope this leaves you feeling even better. My name is Amy. I'm so happy to have you here with me today. I want to remind you that your best guidance and advice and instincts come from you. They come from your own inner guidance. It might not feel like you can trust that always if you're still very much in the process of uncovering that and discovering who you are at your core. But like me, you're on your spiritual journey, your spiritual awakening, and there's a lot of influence. There are people who are saying, you're not going to have an experience unless you do this or unless you do that. I just want to share with you that from my experience, that's not true. You are just as much of a spiritual being and just as worthy as anybody else. And perhaps some people are at a different point in their journey. But that does not mean that anybody is more or less than, or has more worthiness or abilities or anything like that. Quite frankly, I think that anybody who's saying that is speaking from their egos and not from their hearts anyway. And it's our hearts that give us our highest guidance, our intuition, our higher selves, our souls. One of my biggest intentions with what I share here is simply to create a space where you can remember aspects of yourself, where you can connect more to your soul, where you can strip back and peel back the layers, the conditioning, the beliefs, anything that is simply not serving you or that's getting in your way of you remembering who you already are at your core. I have been most inspired by people who don't tell me what I need to do, but that inspire me through their own actions and behavior. I don't open up by somebody saying, you have to do this, or you have to do it this way, or it's not gonna work. I was once influenced by that, and I'd compare myself to people and think I was doing it wrong. And that's why I believe that the start of my real spiritual journey definitely had a lot of zigzags to it, because I was learning and I was discovering and I was really disconnected from myself. So it took some time to trust myself. So I hope that you never get from me that feeling that I'm telling you what to do, because that's never my intention. And I believe that we each have our own inner guidance that is our highest guidance for each of us. And where we're at in each season is going to really dictate what we need. Right now, you're here with me and I'm here with you, and our energies are resonating with each other. Perhaps I'm saying something that's really resonating with you right now. That is wonderful. Take that, let it expand you, let it inspire you somewhere else in your life. And when you need to be expanded in another way, follow what your instincts are telling you on that. I know it's not always going to be me, but truly, from the purest place in me, I just hope, and I have this written in my journal of my intention of why I even wanted to start this. It was to be able to create a space for others to feel safe, inspired, and to be able to remember who you are at your core, to remember and gain that self-awareness. Start to really align with your highest self and your highest timeline and be able to live from that place. So just keep trusting yourself, even if it's on things that don't seem spiritually aligned at all. Know that everything is. Just start trusting those instincts that you have. You know, this is even a course or a therapist or anything. Really tune into yourself, and yes, always be the student and always be open and learning. But ultimately, let how you're guiding all of that come from your inner instinct. Mine is generally my gut. All of my spiritual aspects speak to me mostly from my gut. I can feel if it is a yes or a no. And as I have learned more and more how to tune into that, my life feels so much better and so much more aligned. And I've said so many times that the only regrets that I have are when I have allowed others to influence my decisions. And that is even from someone who's not even meeting me, who I'm just listening to on something that they're sharing. Even that can influence me. But I always remember that when it's time for me to actually make a decision or allow somebody else's opinions or influences or suggestions or them saying what I have to do to get to a certain place, I always tune in and ultimately say, is this resonating with me? And if it's not, then I just move forward. On to the next thing. Let that be my next indicated action. Again, I just want to say, I am so happy to have you here with me. Please leave me a comment, question, or any feedback you want to give me. I would love to hear from you. And if you haven't already, please consider subscribing to my channel. It's so helpful. I love being in this space with you. I really hope to see you here next time. Bye.